Alright, so moving on to the last part of section 9.3, we're going to look at some practice problems here. If you feel up to it, go ahead and try these on your own, and then you can check your answers by watching the videos. Otherwise, just follow along. This first video is just going to cover examples 1 and 2, and then the next video will cover the others. So if we look at example 1, we notice we have a 45, 45, 90, and if you remember back from video 1, the ratio of the sides are 1 to 1 to root 2. Alright, and then we can put any kind of variable we like with those to account for larger triangles or smaller triangles. So just like I like to do with 30, 60, 90 triangles, I also like to label my sides using these ratios, and then one of my sides is going to have two labels which I can use to get an equation. So again, I'm going to use the variable a. So since these are my two legs, I'm going to label those both the same, because remember my 45, 45, 90 is an isosceles right triangle, so the legs have to be congruent. So my two legs are going to be a, which means that my hypotenuse has to be a root 2. So if you notice over here, I have an a and a 9, so that's got two labels there, so I know that a has to be 9. And over here I see that v is equal to a also, so I know that v is equal to a, which is also going to be 9, so we've solved for v. And over here I see that u is equal to a root 2, okay, and I already figured out that a was 9 over here, so I know that u has to be 9 root 2. Okay, if it seems pretty straightforward, you're right, it is. As soon as you get the hang of labeling your sides and then figuring out which side you get the equation from, it really is a straightforward process. Alright, again, feel free to pause and try number 2 on your own. So again, here's my two legs, x and y, so I'm going to label those with an a, give those both an a, and then over here I've got an a root 2, and notice I went ahead and put an equal sign in there. I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to put my a on the left, so I've got a root 2 is equal to 8. And now I need to divide both sides by root 2. Divide by root 2. So I get a is equal to 8 over root 2. Now, we haven't really talked about how to simplify this yet, because in algebra it's not allowed to have a radical in the denominator. You might remember how to do that from last year. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and solve for the other sides. So we need to find x and we need to find y, and we see that they're both the same. So I know that x is going to be a, which is 8 over root 2, and I know that y is also a, and that's also going to be 8 over root 2. And there you have it. Again, write down any questions. Make sure you ask me in class.